I thought I'd give you a quick idea of an average day of a strategy director in an advertising agency in New York City. This is based on my experience and hopefully shows you the relationship and differences between the different roles in a strategy department of a strategist, a strategy director, and a head of strategy. I've recently been put in charge of running the strategy department weekly meetings. That involves making an agenda which is filled with updates from the department. The head of strategy introduces the new hires, and then I have one of the junior strategists present about the new TikTok ad units. I present a recap of our latest campaign for a footwear retailer that was launched. In it, I go through what we did well, what were the tough parts, and the lessons I learned. It all runs smoothly, and it's actually a great opportunity for me to get experience leading the department. I'm working on the biggest pitch in the agency at the moment. We have a meeting with senior leadership ahead of our tissue session meeting this afternoon, so there's a bit of pressure. We have got the creative in a good place, and I'm just finalizing the upfront slides before the meeting this afternoon. I work on the skeleton of the tissue meeting deck. I go into our war room and use post-it notes to outline what slides we need to create and data we need to collect. The strategist comes in, who I asked to pull some competitor research for the pitch. They've done a social audit. There's nothing too new in the information, and I feel like I'll be able to use 1 or 2 slides and then the rest will be in the appendix. It's a good chance for them to practice, and I try to teach them how to tighten up a deck for next time. I quickly grab a salad for lunch and go back to my desk and work on my day-to-day client. They had a creative review yesterday, and the client has just emailed through an essay of client feedback. The account team have asked me to consolidate it and present it back to the creatives. They're worried that they will be dejected and overwhelmed if we just send through the feedback directly to the creatives. I've worked my magic and got it down to 3 key points. I go to the creative department with the account lead and we talk through the feedback. The creatives are annoyed as they thought the client bought the idea on the phone, but we explain that we need to make these tweaks and then we're all good. I feel like the bad cop in this situation, but they agree to the feedback and I'm running to the next meeting with senior leadership. We have all of senior leadership meet us in the war room to review the pitch creative work for the first time, and they absolutely hate the creative ideas on the table. They think that we don't connect to the client brief, and the strategy upfronts I've been working on are not connecting. They've suggested that the creative directors and I sit down and fix this right away. They want to see an update first thing tomorrow morning with rough new territories, so we're not behind schedule. This is going to be a long night. I message the strategist and tell them that they will have to cover for me in focus groups tonight. The project manager on the pitch orders takeout for us and we work up some new creative territories. Surprisingly, I don't mind working like this as we're working closer than we've ever worked before. Usually the creatives go off and then share work days later. Here, we're all in the room together and trying to work out the solutions as we go. I go home at 10 and hope tomorrow senior leadership will like the directions. If you're interested in seeing how an average day differs from a strategist to a strategy director to a head of strategy, you can watch the other videos here. If you took any value out of this video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're interested in more strategy tools and resources, subscribe to the channel.